Oh, yeah. First time, every time.
Got it.
Count it. So, welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Day Drinkers podcast. This is episode 8, I think, but it's the second episode that we're actually getting filmed for YouTube. I say we're getting filmed. I mean, I've put my phone up on a stand and put it on record.
Do you know what? After you released episode 1 for YouTube, I've become so self-aware of the camera. I'm so aware of it being there. Last week, I just kind of melted into the chair and was just kind of like, bloop, bloop, bloop.
I just love how we had a bald cat like crawling around and stuff.
I was showing somebody in a bar last night because it was just as you uploaded it, and they were like, "What's that moving on the sofa?" And I just couldn't see it because it was in with all the other cuddly toys.
What kind of snake is that?
But no, it was a good one. So yeah, second episode they were actually getting filmed. It took me a long time to actually like export it, upload it. If it just burp into the microphone.
I didn't do it into the microphone.
We're very professional here at Day Drinkers.
I don't know why.
Moved the microphone.
Don't know why I had you back on. But yeah, it took me a long time to actually export you, pointing to the camera, because it's like an hour size of like film.
Yeah. And
that took about I was like, oh, it only takes 20 minutes, but that was actually it just like preparing to like export. And it took an hour, and then to upload it took 2 hours. And I'm like, bloody hell.
I don't know where you find the time, Will.
I don't. I have to do other bits of work while I'm waiting for it to do it.
You don't just sit and stare at the computer like.
Yeah. I was sat in a restaurant. It was the Copper Cow. But I was sat in a restaurant. I was just uploading. And I was like, tick, 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 on my keyboard.
I was downloading a game the other night, and I was trying to do it off my phone's mobile data.
But no!
So I haven't moved my Wi-Fi across from my old house yet. So I went and got in the car and went and sat outside my old house with the laptop just so I could attach to my old Wi-Fi, and it downloaded like that. And I was like, it's so sneaky, but I still pay for it. It's still my Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah, true.
I just haven't moved it across yet. So anyway, introductions. We are back here.
We are back here with the Day Drinkers podcast, episode 8. Our main topic today will be on bar calls. And if you don't know what bar calls are, you might have been into a bar, maybe, perhaps. People do it.
Or a restaurant. Happens in restaurants as well.
True. Where you've been in and you've heard like people shout things, and you're like, what the hell does that mean? In the same way, like a chef might go like service and clap their hands, and then there's loads of like whistling and bell dinging and stuff like that. They all mean something, and we're gonna talk to you today about that. But as always, we are your hosts, Todd Wilson and Will Edmondson.
Hello.
And again, we're for the second week in a row because he loved it so much. We've got Matt back with us.
Hello.
From the Copper Cow. So, how is everyone?
Yeah, good. Just tired, I feel. But it's my own fault. It's self-inflicted. I've been staying out in too many bars this week. Being a dirty stop out, basically.
Burning the candle at both ends.
Yeah. I know. It's about time I actually do some work to maybe pay for the lifestyle that I've been leading. But yeah, then it's still getting up first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
And your body just can't hack it.
Well, that's it now. You've made yourself tired for when you're doing all your gigs this weekend.
I know, I've got a busy weekend coming up with gigs as well, so you can keep tuned, guys, later on. I'll tell you all about what's coming up.
Just hit my own feet.
Well, we're doing it a little earlier than last week as well, because you have got a gig today.
I've got a lunch club today.
Lunch club?
For an elderly group, which is cute, and it's always nice, and they're always really kind of respectful and lovely.
Are these the guys that you did it for last time?
I've done it for them a couple of times, and then I was due to turn up. It was about last September, October time, and obviously was going through a bit of a crisis in life and completely forgot to turn up. So today is a free one, and it's miles away, and the motivation isn't quite there to get across. But I know that I'm making a difference, and it's my good deed for the day. So
nice.
They are really appreciative of it as well. So it does make you feel good as a person because they're very complimentary and
yeah.
One of them will be dead happy because when I last saw...
yeah.
I thought you were going to say something
Yeah.
different there. They were just going to stop at dead.
Oh my god! No, I was talking to them last time about how I may have a special event coming up later this year, and she basically was insistent that I should not get married because marriage is awful and that she hates her husband. So she's going to be dead happy to find out that I'm not getting married anymore.
Well, I've had like the similar people in a bar to tell me all about that stuff. About like, and I go like, all right, how come you? And I say like what's brought this on? And I go, well, wife's just left me. I'm like, all right,
We get it all, don't we?
Yeah.
We do. I mean, you've got the official stag do next week.
Yeah,
Matthew.
well, not even next week. It's, what?
A
4
few
days.
days.
4 days away. Happy days.
4 days.
Yeah,
Let's
I've
get
just had to
messy.
announce that I couldn't get the time off work to go. But you're going. Where are you going? Budapest. Notoriously cheap beer.
It is, yeah. Although, like, my girlfriend's parents, they went, and apparently, like, they must have gone to all the wrong places because they said it was just like normal prices.
Well, in all fairness, I think it's like dirty beer in a plastic cup that's like €1 a pint. I think.
Yeah.
I think if you go and you just order your normal beer, I think that's probably going to be priced at the normal price.
Yeah.
Well, we have no idea where we're going, so we'll just wander and we go, oh, that looks all right, and we'll go in there.
Yeah, we're just going to go on a crawl. I might look on Google Maps for a bit of a starting point.
Yeah.
And then just take it from there. And then, we've got to, definitely going to, like, the...
Thermal baths.
That's it, yeah.
On the Tuesday morning hangover cure.
Yeah, sweat it all out. And then apparently they have, like, some sulfite water that just tastes like farts.
Oh, no.
So,
In all fairness, though, this room was like that when I came back. After forgetting my laptop, I was here. It was all good listeners. I was fine. And I went, oh, no, I've forgotten the laptop. So I drove all the way home. And then I walked up into this mist. And these two boys cannot be left on their own.
that's the first thing that Matt did when he walked in.
I did, yeah.
And I've got a little segue off that. So is there actually a bar call for announcing that you've just dropped one behind the bar and it's going to absolutely stink? Is there a bar call for that? Or?
There's no bar call for when it's too late, but there is a bar call for if you if you need to go, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you ever hear anyone shout 600, that means just like
They need a break.
and they need a break or any kind of break. 601 is
A number one.
a number one. 602,
You've guessed it.
It's a poo.
it's a poo. 602.
I feel like
And
you should have
then-
a poo emoji, cuddly toy, but you don't look to have.
No, I don't actually. I've got a crying face emoji. So oh no, it's a kissy face emoji.
Oh, you don't want to be doing that while someone's having a poo.
No. Oh no.
I'll get you a poo emoji for the next podcast.
I
Don't worry.
think there's a term for that as well. I can't remember what it is.
Is it a blumpkin?
That's
Oh.
it. Yeah,
Oh, what?
a blumpkin.
What's a blumpkin? Am I being naive here? What?
You don't want to know.
No.
No, okay.
Google it.
I don't think I will.
Google it.
Okay.
Don't Google anything like that.
So moving on to the next bar calls while I currently Google these filthy words. Do I need to do this in private browsing so it's not in my search history?
No, I don't think so. It'll just be on Urban Dictionary.
I'm still going to do it on private. I'm not risking it.
So yeah, 602 means blumpkin.
There's like an unwritten law. If you just don't tell people you're farting, do you?
No, you
Just
don't.
let them walk into it.
You just let them all decide that
Oh.
it's one of them.
Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, sorry about that, listeners. That was maybe we shouldn't have done that whilst on air.
Yeah, but now they're going to be like, what is it? What is it?
So, well, exactly. Yeah, feel free to Google that in your own time, but we didn't tell you to do it. So you just kind of let it happen and leave the crowd to guess, or do you ever find yourself blaming it on customers?
No, they do it themselves.
Do they?
Oh yeah,
Just kind of looking at each other like,
because they do it all the time anyway. So I just say, well,
Everyone's doing it.
Yeah,
Let's just do it. Everyone's doing it.
yeah.
It don't matter.
I'm not gonna lie. I drop a few when I'm gigging. It happens. I think it's all the energy I'm exerting and all the kind of strain and everything. I think just fuel sneak out and it gets a bit of a whiff sometimes.
It's more of a vendetta to like the staff that you're working with.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, he did one last time, and I'm like, ugh, I'll get him back, and then he's like, oh no, is that you? And you're like, yeah.
It's always Will.
It's not always
It
me.
is.
I always find that if I've done one when I'm gigging and somebody comes up to like leave a request and I see them like pulling a face as if to try and like blame me that they've smelt it, as they're walking away, I'll suddenly pretend my brilliant acting skills come out and I'll pretend to like start sniffing as if they've dropped one. So then other people look at them walking away going, "Oh, they've just farted near the singer. What have they done? That's disgusting."
Yeah, and halfway through singing, you just go.
And after
And after all, who was that?
disgusting. It was one of yours.
It was one of yours. Well, so
That was a lovely intro to the show.
It was,
all
yeah.
about
Circle
do's and
Lounge, the
farts.
bar of farts.
the fart bar.
Oh, that's brilliant. All I've got going around my head now, do you remember that song that came out about 10 years ago, Christina Perri, Jar of Hearts? I've just got the Circle Lounge Bar of Farts.
Collecting your bar of farts, tearing
Me apart. Oh, this used to be such a professional podcast.
It never was.
Episode 2.
Never was.
So that was when Beeves was on. That was definitely not professional back
Yeah.
then.
The only time that it's ever been professional is probably now because we've actually all got mics. We've actually
Got a proper setup.
yeah,
Yeah, the cat hasn't come bothered us yet, actually.
not
That's
yet.
locked downstairs.
Oh, God, good.
No, no,
Have you not locked it down?
no,
Oh,
no.
she's cosy and warm.
I've not seen the snake yet.
She'll be up soon. Like you'll thing is you'll hear her from a distance.
But that's the thing. I haven't had the 5 minutes before we started shooting to kind of get
Yeah.
over. But so if you hear a random noise halfway through the podcast, the cat's come up and I freaked out.
Yeah. If you hear like a sudden thud on Todd's microphone, doof. That's
He's fallen off his chair.
yeah, because you'll hear a little, and then you'll be like, "Oh, hey, come on," and then she'll go, because that's the noises she makes. Sometimes she goes, and that's a weird one.
It's a very weird.
She's like
cat.
the noisiest cat in the world.
But bar calls.
But yeah, back
So
on.
back off.
Bar calls, not
really,
cat calls.
a really kind of, not famous one, but one that's kind of more generic to most places is the bar call 86.
Yeah.
And an 86 means you've ran out. So if that's kind of spread across bars, restaurants, a lot of places. So if you've 86 something, it's taken off or you've ran out. So you'll more likely hear a restaurant going 86 shrimp and they've ran out of shrimp.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you see, I was in a shrimp restaurant the other day and I heard them say 86 shrimp and I thought somebody just ordered like a big portion. So,
no, 6 portions of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This man wants 86 portions of shrimp.
Yeah.
Mr.
So
Creosote.
86 means gone, basically. 85 is you're nearly at 86, so you might have one portion left or you might have one serving left.
I thought it was the other way. I thought it was 87 down to 86. Is it 85 up to 86?
Yeah.
Ah.
No, that's what we do it anyway.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
no
no.
idea. It's
fair
one
enough.
of them.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I suppose all that really matters is that the people within that bar know their own code.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, chances are that when you go out drinking, you're not going to be shouting it to other bartenders. And,
I mean, I do when I go out. Wear a black shirt, go out, and I'm like, oh, by the way, manager's just told us 86 vodka. And they're like, what?
Yeah. Oh, that means yeah. It's when you have people that try and say it to people who are just not in, who are just customers, and they're like, oh yeah, 86 this, and they're like, what's that mean?
Yeah.
Don't know what that means. Yeah, we've run out of it. Oh right. That English phrase run out of. Oh yeah, that's good.
so
But that's quite a common one. An 86 is quite common.
the common one that I always remembered from my days of just being a bar flight Circle Lounge was 50. And that's if you're going to throw something.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever heard that anywhere else.
Was that
I
just
have.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I feel like I asked somebody about it at a bar in Liverpool when I was at uni. Because like I was 18, I'd only just discovered that bar calls were a thing. And I think they'd heard of 50. Because then they taught me a couple of others that I can't really remember. But yeah. So that's like, yeah, if you're going to throw a bit of rubbish across the bar or
A bottle.
a bottle or a missile or...
Yeah, just something.
Anything.
Instead of going, catch!
Yeah, 50 means catch, really.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So if it's like someone, and then if someone just has to get ready as quick as they can, because
It's so much coming at you.
yeah. So some people use it more of an excuse to like just like catch someone out. I feel like because there's certain people that go 50 and then the person turns around, gets ready to catch, and then you throw it. And then there's other people who have the mindset of when they say 50, they've already thrown it.
Yeah.
I feel that's a Nathanism. I feel that's something Nathan would do.
No,
Just for the pure chaos of it all.
it was a Graham.
Oh, was it? Right.
Yeah, to begin with. But I tell you what, like 50 has changed my life in many ways.
It has. When Will started, he could not catch.
Nope. I was terrible. Like, I mean, I'm still not the greatest now, but yeah, I can't. My hand-eye coordination has got like considerably better from 0 to 1.
There's a scene in the cult classic Dodgeball where Justin Long can't like catch the ball and he keeps getting hit by like wrenches and balls and everything, and it's just like a montage of him turning around and getting hit by the ball. And I've just got this image now of you doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah, that was Will.
Yeah,
just turning around and just getting hit by like cranberry juice and.
Yep.
I just used to like. Yeah.
He'd go to catch it, but then like bat it away. So it's like, oh.
Yeah, because I used to catch like this, and I used to go like that.
So you just ended
So
up
I just going, doof.
hitting it back basically.
Yeah. So if anyone wasn't
or up or anywhere else.
anyone not watching, I'd just like reach forward and try and catch it, but because I'd reach forward at such like force, it'd just like smash it the other way. I like I was playing tennis with it.
Yeah.
So, have you guys got like a favourite call that you enjoy using that not necessarily makes your life easier, but maybe gives you a bit of fun behind the bar? Or are there any calls like that maybe make life a bit more interesting, a bit more exciting? Or can you not share that? Is it secret code?
No, we'll share. We're sharing it all here. It's an expose.
Yeah. Ooh, you heard it here first, guys. Magician's secrets unveiled.
Ooh.
No, yeah. The I think the most common one that everyone uses is like 700 for like kind of fun stuff.
Okay, what's that for?
So 700 means a girl or someone
Or a boy.
Yeah, or a
Depending on your preference.
Yeah, all right.
Just saying. No.
I'm just trying to. It's in my head.
A human being.
A human being.
Well, it doesn't have to be.
Yes, it could be a bean as well. A human being.
A human being.
A human being. A person. You've ruined this now. You've ruined it. It's a person that is like really, really like stunning, like really good looking, really like really.
So yeah,
handsome
if
kind
you're
of thing.
attracted to somebody that's just walked in.
Yeah. But like 700's like, and I don't mean to get all really misogynistic or anything, but top tier, like 10 out of 10, 700.
Okay. So that's somebody that you really. Whoa, I want to ask for their number.
You've already got way too excited downstairs for.
Okay.
Like,
but you boys are both you boys are both obviously very happily. Well, I won't say married because neither of you are married yet.
Matt's not married yet. Anything could happen on Stag Do. Stags.
Where's this toxic masculinity come from, Will? All of a sudden, just got really severe.
To be fair, when we were, I'll tell you a little story. When we were booking Matt's Stag Do, we were like looking into like transfers to and from like the with transfers to and
I'm
from
dreading where this is going.
The airport, and over there you could get like a limo, and we're like, oh yeah, like a limo sounds good, and it'd like give that sounds like really, really fun, but there's like quite a lot of us, so it'd be a bit cramped anyway. So you could add on stuff like beers, glass of champagne, like a cider and stuff, but there was also...
Why have you segued into this from what we were talking about?
Because we were talking about misogynism. But you could also add on just a stripper.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
So, which is really bizarre, right? Because there's like 50, like at the time there was 15 of us that were still going. So there would have been 15 of us in the back of this limo with a stripper, and there'd only be like, I think it was an half an hour.
It was a 20-minute strip show, wasn't it?
Or something like that. So like, That'd just be the strangest
God.
experience in your entire life.
Especially like if she got going straight away and then she had like 10 minutes afterwards where like we were still driving to our hotel and she was like, "Oh, I've finished now." Like,
Oh, yeah.
that
just sat
been
next to
weird.
you like,
Someone passes that beer. She just joins in.
just sat around eating Scotch eggs and you just don't know what's going on and just.
Is Scotch egg a euphemism or is it?
No, I was just being genuine. I was just. Is that not what you have on stag news? No.
Yeah.
Is it more a cocktail sausage sort of
Mate,
place?
we're going to have so many Scotch eggs,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Oh, don't, because I can't cook when I'm really sad.
Well, you can't have a Scotch egg.
I can't have a Scotch egg, no, I'm veggie.
No, but they do corn Scotch eggs.
They do. I don't like Quorn. Look,
You know.
right, okay. I'm waging more on Quorn. I don't like it at all. Do you know? Because I've tried making veggie chilies, and they're just rubbish. With Quorn, veggie chilies without any meat whatsoever, any meat whatsoever in inverted commas, are way better than something with Quorn.
Fair enough.
Sidetracked.
No, that's it.
Sidetracked.
This is the Quorn
Oh yeah,
podcast
because the
now.
stripper in a limo wasn't a sidetrack at all.
This is the Quorn stripper podcast now.
So what's the bar call for if a stripper eating corn walks into a bar? What's the bar call there? But you want the spot there, haven't I?
3.1.
So what's really nice about this podcast is obviously I don't know bar calls because I've only ever worked in little pubs and stuff, and we're never busy enough to need to shout something before we lob something at somebody. Yeah, so I'm learning all this. So I'm now learning why every time I walk into a bar, people are shouting 700, a bit like Mazel Tov. I kind of walk in and everybody in the bar just kind of goes, "Oh, 700." And I've now realised it's because I'm, super attractive.
So along with 700, obviously there's a 699 and a 698.
Yeah.
So 699 is quite self-explanatory. You're not quite a 700, and a 698 you're not quite a 699. So you've got great.
You've got 697 numbers to play with there.
That's
You could
it,
go all the
yeah.
way down,
You
really.
can, yeah.
Got one that we don't use really at all.
Oh God, no, not this one.
No, not that one.
Oh,
A 747.
what's that?
That's
Oh no, I've already worked it out. I think.
that's
An old.
No.
a bigger person
Oh, that's awful.
that is still attractive, and you still would.
That's awful.
I
When
didn't know
did this
that
podcast
existed.
become so misogynistic?
Bars are horrible places.
They are. That is bad. I sussed that straight away. I was like, planes, no.
But at the same time, there's no wrong with a 747.
No.
So do you think these have come from like an older time of bars? Because obviously now we are very kind of cultured to kind of not make comments, and people are offended quite easily these days.
Well, that's the thing. Like it's a kind of like no one. You're not talking to the person, or you're not like or anything like that.
It's like a private code between friends.
Yeah,
and-
it's as if you were just like talking to someone, like, yeah, as you say, like a private conversation, and you go like, oh, like so and so's like really good looking, or yeah, or she's all right or he's all right for a bigger person, that kind of.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything malicious about it.
I get that quite a lot, I get people say that to me quite often. Like they'll compliment me and then they'll say, "For a bigger person." Or so my famous story of being told I look like somebody. I went into Nando's with my then partner during the World Cup, and
All right.
we were the only people who got in just sitting up, and this guy. This is in Halifax as well. And the guy behind the counter kind of did a funny, like he was like really excited. And then kind of like composed himself. And we both were a bit like, what was that about? And then I went to order and he went, "I'm really sorry about that. When you walked in, I thought you were someone famous." And then I was like, "No, come on. Why would they be in Halifax?" And I was like, "Oh, all right, mate. Cool." Like, not bothered.
Yeah.
And he went, "Do you want me to tell you?" I said, "Oh, you can do if you want me." Yeah, like, he's like, No. I said, "I don't want to offend you." No, it's all right. I won't tell you. And like, as a child, as a teenager, when I was really like skinny and gone, I did used to look like Draco Malfoy. And people used to tell me all the time. It was more I looked like the actor than actually. I didn't have like the sleek back hair or anything. So I was like,
Now you've said that,
You can see a
I
little
can
bit.
get it. Yeah, I get it.
And when I was really gaunt in the face, like, yeah, I could see it myself, actually. But I was like, oh, no, it can't be that anymore. I've put quite a bit of weight on. And he went, well, considering this was during the World Cup as well, he went, do you like football? I went, yeah. And he went, well, do you know who Harry Kane is? And I was like, well, yeah. I was like, he went, yeah, but then I realised it's the World Cup and why would he be in Halifax? I was like, so what are you saying? He went, oh, I'm saying you look like Harry Kane. And I went, oh, cheers, mate. He said, but if he was fat. And I went, oh, right. And then his face kind of dropped and he realised what he'd said.
Yeah.
So he gave me my chips for free. And I was like, yeah, that's what you do to a guy that's fat. Give him free food.
That's it. There you go.
That's how you appease him. Get fatter. Eat more chips. You should have given me a free salad or something like that. Then maybe, I could have just looked like Harry Kane and made a career off it. But
yeah.
I look even less like him now. Back then, I did used to like sleep my hair back a bit, and Harry Kane kind of had that with the receding hair a bit, and so yeah. But he's always injured now. So
I'm trying to think of. This is how much I am. This is how good I am at sports. This is how good I am at a game of football sport. Is I can't even think what Harry Kane looks like.
I'll get you a picture of him.
All right.
But yeah, go on.
It looks like Todd.
Yeah, it looks like Todd.
Looks like me, but skinny. Yeah. I'll
Here's
find
some chips.
Yeah, well, that was it. It was a free chip. Of course, I took the free chips gladly. I wasn't even that offended. I was like, oh, cool. But yeah, you do find that you get a lot of people say that, and especially when I started putting on the weight. So what happened with me was kind of I went through my growth spurt, but like confused it with getting fat as well. So like my back got big and everything. So I then kind of went, well, I'm not even going to exercise anymore, and I just kind of gave up on like trying to like lose weight.
Right, yeah.
So I just got worse and worse. But then I found that we were talking about like the staff at the Vic, the local theatre, the other week. When we were talking about regulars, and like I found quite a few of them would just be like, "Whoa, you're getting a bit big, lad. Oh, you've put a bit of timber on." And I find it a really weird, like, social thing that people. That's the first thing they talk about, or the classic one when they try and disguise it and they go, "Oh, you're looking well," basically meaning like, "Whoa, you've been fed."
I don't think I've ever used that.
I get that quite a lot, but the problem is they give it away by looking at my belly while they say it, and I'm like, that's what you mean.
I must have just been calling loads of people fat because I always say that people look well.
No, it's all right as long as you don't indicate with your eyes, pointing with your eyes at the rotund belly that.
I don't know. Maybe it's some sort of like thing that's like like word of warning, like watch yourself kind of thing.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, maybe.
Go on a diet. You never know.
Maybe. I'm just going to find you a picture of what I looked like back then as well, so you can kind of put the two and two together. It's been a very interesting podcast for you today.
Especially
guys,
to watch.
Yeah, you just got me and Matt going through phones trying to find things to show.
Yeah. And I'm just making sure that we're covering bits.
So I'm just currently showing him a picture of Harry Kane. Feel free to Google this in your own time. And then that was kind of what I looked like at the time.
Right,
so yeah, that was back when I kind of like swept my hair back. And then that was him at the time as well. So I kind of get.
That were you then for a second.
I see. So God, Todd's was a load of weight there. But yeah, I feel like there's another bar call that I know and I can't think what it is. Oh, there's one for a new customer.
That's right.
So
I was going to say 200.
Yeah, 200.
And then 300 is a returning customer, so somebody that's already been to the bar and they're coming back.
That's the one that we use. Yep.
That's right.
You see, I could do this job. Can't make cocktails to save my life.
300.
Yeah. 200 is probably one of the most useful ones that that you'll ever use. Like to say that someone like a new customer is coming in because like.
And you've got your head in the glass wash and you're like drying some glasses and you don't know they're stood there and someone at the other end of the bar who can't get to them goes 200 instead of going, oi, knob, get your head out of glass wash.
There's someone over there.
It's a handy one to know as a regular, because obviously you guys know that I stand at the end of the bar quite often when I come in because you are the guys that I want to talk to. I don't know the people in the bar or restaurant. So that was one that whenever I've been stood at the bar, it's always handy to know because chances are that, yeah, like you say, if there's only one of you on the bar and your head's in the glass washer and I know it there, I can kind of say it and that customer doesn't necessarily know what it means, so you're not kind of going, oh, there's somebody there, and you look like you're just trying to get involved.
Yeah,
you can just kind of casually say, oh, Will, 200, and then you'll pop out, oh, Matt, 300. So it's handy to know those. So I'm glad I've refreshed those in my brain.
Yeah.
They are good.
I can pretend like I'm important again when I come to the bar.
Yeah, regulars often do kind of catch on and then kind of join in as well, because to like anyone that's walking in as well, they're just like a weirdo in the corner that's just shouting numbers as well.
Yeah.
200,
200, 700.
okay.
Just like, what's with the bingo caller over there?
It's even useful for the fact that because Circle Lounge is like a really like narrow behind the bar, so like you'd have to kind of like shuffle past each other to get it. So like even if someone's like, say like you're stood here and then someone stood like just next to you, but like is blocking your way to get with a chicken that I'm holding, someone's blocking your way to get to the bar. If they're facing you, away from the bar, away from this new customer, and you're in the middle of a conversation, and I'll literally just say 200 in the middle of my conversation, it'll make them turn around, because otherwise you'll be like clambering over another member of your staff, and it looks a bit like you're
unprofessional and kind of...
Yeah.
Well, it just, people don't want to, I feel like people don't want you to be like rushing, like falling over other people's feet just to get to you, that kind of thing.
It's not barcode related, but it does relate to what you were just saying there about clambering over people and stuff. So I was at Liverpool Arts Bar that I've mentioned a few times on the show over the weekend, and I was talking to a friend of mine at the bar who was somebody I went to uni with, and he works at another bar in Liverpool city centre, the Attic, I think it's called. Not to be confused with Attic in Halifax.
Attic in Halifax, yeah.
But he was he said, I did a shift here the other day to help him out. I said, did you enjoy it? Because it looks like it's a big square bar. It looks like a really fun bar to work on. And he said, no, because there's only one station. So it's a nightmare he said, whereas I'm used to having my own like station at work that's huge and I know where everything is. And do you guys have your own individual stations at Circle?
I can so like sympathise, or whichever one it is with that, because when I first started at Circle Lounge, and then you'll have already had what 2 years of it, something like that.
Oh, more.
2 or 3 years of it.
More. I was there way before that.
Really?
Oh yeah. I started at Circle a year after it opened.
You started in 2011, was it?
2011, yeah.
Oh,
and we had alright. We had like Matt Hayes, Matt Morris. We had
all the Matts.
We had
Doormat.
We had Liam and Bruce way before you.
Oh, right. Well, I thought you were only there maybe 2 or 3 years before.
But anyway.
But yeah.
So yeah.
Sorry.
No. But,
sorry.
But do you have your own spaces? Or?
Yes, we do. But we didn't always. Is what I'm kind of getting towards. We used to only have one station, and to say, like say, I've been there 6 years. We've been open 10 years. So yeah, so for 4 years there was only one station. Well, no, it would be longer than that, actually. No, it would be 5, because I must have had a year of it. So you have 5 years of just having one station, and between like 2/3 bartenders, it's just an absolute nightmare. Like
you're dipping and
terrible.
diving all the time.
And in all fairness, I mean, Liverpool Arts Bar is kind of a bit pub, a bit cocktail bars. They do both. So they do have on like one side they've got all the lagers, on one side they've got the real ale pumps, everything. Then they've got the station and the coffee side. And it's quite a big bar, whereas Circle Lounge, you've got all that kind of behind one little tiny bar, and the same at Copper Cow. So I sympathise with you guys even more. I mean, I know how big the Arts Bar is. So that I can understand that being stressful, but I can understand your situation being worse.
Well,
in a way, yes and no. Like in the olden days when you were sharing ice and you were sharing, like I say, juices and everything, then yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare when it were busy. But now that Circle Lounge has become a bit more established and a lot busier, we've had to upgrade with the times and like get a second station in and professional stations in and stuff, and also just change little bits as and when we go, so that everything is to touch. So you can stand in one spot, turn around 360, and get everything you need basically.
Yeah.
So it becomes super easy. But that's because we've designed it that way. There's a lot of places...
You know what you need, and
that's right, and there's a lot of places who go, I'll do cocktails now, and just put a normal bar setup in, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's because since I got there, like the output has doubled, and we've only kind of gained one extra station. And like even like, but I think our speed rails, which for anyone that doesn't know what a speed rail is there's just like you keep all your bottles like almost by your waist.
Yeah.
But like
the ones that you need speedily.
we had 2 like single rows of those to begin.
Is that like your base liquors? So your vodka, your tequilas, your things like that. Yeah.
But now we have 8.
Wow.
So like that's quadrupled. So everything again. So you can reach everything. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine now, like doing like double the output of like 5 years ago, doing it with the setup that were there before?
It would be hard at work.
Woo!
Yeah.
And I mean, if you listeners haven't been in, you need to go in and watch these guys work because it's like this flurry of just work. But what still amazes me to this day, I mean, I've been going in Circle Lounge now for 9 years, 8-9 years, and like I still just don't get how you do it and the memory of it all. And obviously it's just that's because that's what you guys are trained to do. In the same way there's things probably I'm trained to do that other people look at and go,
Right.
But it's still just absolutely. I'm great at remembering a beer order or whatever, knowing that table over there had 2 large Sauvignons from New Zealand. They're like 3 Australians, and I can remember that. But the fact that you guys can do all that with cocktails, and you'll just take an order, and you'll take 4 cocktail orders, and make them in record time, and I just kind of watch and go, I don't even know how you started to do that. And then what I find amazing is seeing the newer lads like Nathan and Luke doing it as well, and they've already got it. Just
see, I find it really strange looking at Nate and Luke and wondering like, how are they like doing so well, like so quick, if you know what I mean. But it's the same as us all, really. I suppose.
It's like I don't know. You've just got to survive there. There's no mercy about it. Like, on a busy night, there's no mercy. You've got to do it. And the thing with like what we pride ourselves in at Circle Lounge is speed. And we always say, look, make it fast, make it right. But if you do mess up and you've made it fast, you've got time to make another one. If you take forever and you've poured the wrong spirit in and you've got to start again, it's going to take you equally as long to make. So just make it quick, do it quick, and we train our bartenders to be fast.
Yeah, we're by no means like the flashiest.
No,
we cut all that out.
Like, we don't do any bar.
Speed,
well, we don't do much bar flair. Every now and again we do if it's a little quiet. But on a busy night, it's like get it done, smash it out, make it right. Give it a taste, and off you go.
Do you still do your pour test before every shift?
Pour test every day. Yeah, every day.
Brilliant.
So for those who don't know what a pour test is, a lot of bartenders who free pour, so like not using measures, have to do a pour test. So we have a machine called an exacto pour, where we pour different amounts of alcohol into a tin and then measure it out, and we do it in like seconds of how to pour X amount of spirit. So
you use the bubble measure, don't you? So you kind of go bubble 2, 3,
4, 5,
or whatever what it is.
So we cut like a 3 count for us would be a 25ml, a 6 count would be a 50ml, etc., etc. But in cocktails, you could only use a 2 count of one spirit, a 4 count of another spirit, and that's how we kind of train everybody, really. But it's just going through all that and writing it down and recording it down. So if anybody said, "Well, how do you know how much you're pouring?" Well, because we're trained.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how we're doing it.
Yeah, it's like in a metronome that just gets just gets like.
Yeah, I mean,
instilled in you from.
Richard's tried to teach me in the past how to kind of free pour, and I haven't picked it up yet. Still, and when I say he's tried to, I mean that's usually like at the start of a day with when he's done a pour test, he's quickly filled the bottle up with water for me and gone, right, you do it like that, and it's not as easy as it looks. Yeah, you guys make it look so easy.
And when you get like a lot better at it as well, you can kind of spot abnormalities in how it's pouring as well. So if you think, oh, that looks a little weird, you already know before you measure it out that it's not right. And then you go, oh, well, what's wrong? And then you've gone, oh, well, there might not have been a little blockage in the pour spout, or there might have been a little kink here, or it might be leaking.
Yeah,
you get to spot it.
In much a similar way that like you start pulling an hand pull, and then there's like or even like draft lager or anything like that, and then like you're seeing like it's going white. There's a bit of air in it. There's a few bubbles in it. You're like, that's not right.
So I had this last night. I was in one of my local pubs. I won't say which because I don't want to embarrass the bar staff if they hear this.
Name and shame.
Yeah, Circle Lounge. No, basically, and the two managers were going off to go get some stock in or whatever, and it, just steady tea time. But they said, "Oh, Tom knows how to change a barrel. Because I've been in having my tea. if one of the lager barrels goes or whatever, just ask Todd and he'll help you. And bless her, this girl came out. She went, I've changed it, but the float's not going to the top. And she went, I've put it on the barrel and it's just a thing. So I went in and I kind of went through everything in my head, looking at this, and none of the things that normally work for me were working.
I think I know exactly what you're going
to
say as well.
And I was like, have I lost my touch? Like, I used to be so good at managing cellars, and I was really good. I was like, it's not been that long I've been out of it. And then I came back out, and then I just saw, hang on a second, and I went back in, and she put the thing back on the empty barrel.
Yeah, I knew that.
And I was like, oh my God, why wasn't that the first thing I checked? She went, no, I definitely haven't. And I went, I shouldn't be able to lift a full barrel like this. And I just lifted it up with one hand, and she went, no, you shouldn't. And she was like, nobody's that strong. I went, exactly.
You should have just shown off then. You should have been like, hey, check this out. Big man.
But like, it really panicked me. But again, it's just being out of practice. And I think it was just that thing of she was so confident that she'd done that bit, and that's the bit she knows how to do. But I trusted her. I was like, oh yeah, of course. So the good news is I haven't lost my touch. So if there's any landlords out there that still want a Hurricane lookalike bartender, feel free to give me a call.
There's one of them. The one I still like have trouble with every now and again is like whether or not like a gas canister's like empty, and then you put it onto it, like, cause like if you're going through like whatever's wrong in your head, and then like you're like changing like a gas, and you're like, oh, I'll change it on to this one, and like, because the weights are really strange on gas canisters. So then you might like I've put them onto empty gas canisters before and been like, eh?
Yeah.
We were notorious for having the gas wrong in our lagers, and then I discovered it's because the landlord was going against what the gas guy was like setting, because he was trying to save gas and not buy as many canisters. And I was like, well, no wonder we're losing customers, because they're saying, you know, it's too flat or the other way as well, you know. And it really narked me once I found that out. And I was like, why, when you've got an expert coming in and saying it needs to be that, are you changing it just to try to save money? And
it's not like a lot of money either. Like,
and we were losing customers because beer was going flat. And it really stressed me out.
And you've been wasting beer as well, which would have made even like no sense whatsoever.
So
another bar call.
Yes,
I just remembered.
So, but just to round up the customer one, like returning customer, that kind of thing. So new customer 200. We're back onto that, but returning customer 300. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Returning customer 300. I almost never ever use 300. I think I use 200 for everything, which is really strange. But I don't know why I differentiate the two either.
I was thinking about this the other day because I heard you guys doing it, and somebody mentioned the 300. And I think the reason is, if somebody called it to me, my treatment of the customers would be different. So I would treat the new customer, it would be a really polite greeting, as you would, you know, good afternoon, sir, madam, whatever, or however we're doing it. Whereas if it was a returning customer that's already been in,
you wouldn't say hello again, would you?
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of, if I'm turning round, I know how I'm going to greet them and going, oh, is everything okay with those drinks last time? Or you've got a couple of like starting lines for each
Same
one.
again? Or...
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of going, hi, how are you today? Well, you asked me that last time.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing though. But if you were the person that served them last time, you like you'd know that you'd served them last time anyway. So I think the reason why I've never actually used it that much is because there's only like gonna be 2 bartenders on at Circle Lounge anyway. So you're never gonna say it's, both of you will recognise who's been served already.
I see. I was more thinking though, if you've got your head under the sink, let's say, and you're about to pop up, it's kind of pre-warning you that it's somebody that's already been to the bar as you're popping up before you see them. That's the way I was thinking of it.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I understand what you're saying, that once you've seen them, obviously you're going to recognise them.
Yeah.
But kind of just giving you that pre-warning that it's okay, it's somebody that's...
It's okay. They don't matter. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean it like that. Make them wait.
It's fine.
One that we use quite often is, this will change from bar to bar, is we have a unique code, and we say priorities.
Oh, yeah.
And priorities... for us is, let's have a shot. Let's us have a shot.
Yeah.
I've not heard you do that one before.
Yeah.
Oh, you must have.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have. Maybe I'm already far gone by that point, and
Yeah.
I'm just not paying
But
attention.
it's also like right, it's now. So it's like it's a priority. So
Yeah.
it's like you could be serving someone, you could be doing an old fashioned, and someone goes priorities, and that means you've already got a shot waiting for you. So you go, oh, 2 minutes, neck a shot, I'd carry on.
And there you go. Cheers, Niall. And you go
Cheers,
Circle
Niall.
Lounge, all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
LWC's
no.
probably ringing you.
So this is the life of busy bar work and podcast makers. People are always trying to get hold of you. And yeah, so now you get to hear and see the fun as we try and deal with this.
See, the
I know it is.
shall I see you?
I know it.
Shall we answer it
It's-
live on the
it's
podcast?
Mallet from Eden Wine.
No, it's not. It's just it was just a random number. Or
Oh, we definitely should have answered that on the podcast.
0330, that's Leeds, isn't it? 0330, is it?
Could be.
Oh,
Oh, we should have. We need to answer one of these live on the podcast.
So that was
Well,
me being really unprofessional.
I might give Richard.
Because we were so pro beforehand.
Yeah.
I might give Richard a ring because Richard's really good at remembering bar calls. It's here. It's here.
I've heard the cat. I've heard Cleo cat.
Oh no, is it?
So priorities for us, like I say, is a good one. We use that quite a bit because we're always steaming behind. No, I'm not joking.
I can't get the comfy again. I'm all
See, this is why you shouldn't call us on the podcast, guys. If you're out there listening or watching, please don't call us when we're recording.
That Will's not cool.
Yeah, now Will's not comfortable. He can't get back
good
into his
now.
professional state of mind.
Another good one that we use a lot at Circle Lounge because it's so narrow. Stop laughing at the cat. It's down there.
I'm laughing at
Oh,
Will
right.
trying to get comfy with this giant
Okay.
monkey behind him. I'm not laughing at the cat. I'm terrified of that cat. I hope it don't come up.
Oh, she's coming. She'll be up here any minute now.
Duh, duh.
So yeah, one we use a lot at Circle Lounge is behind.
Oh yeah.
So that's very, very obvious. Behind, you're going behind them. Because it's so narrow and busy at Circle Lounge. It's here. Hello.
Oh no.
Come on then. Come on then.
Oh, no. Oh, this cat makes me feel so uncomfortable. Oh no, he's on me. Oh no, why did it choose me? I can't do it. No, I don't like it at all. This isn't funny.
So this is the part where Todd drops his mic and runs away.
Oh,
Oh, it's off me. Oh, that was so stressful.
it's okay.
So Cleo the bald cat has now joined us. She's really late and she's really unprofessional, but because she'll just scream at any point. It won't even matter who's talking. She'll just scream.
So going back onto behind, I actually did used to use that in one of the pubs I worked in because it was such a small
Yeah.
bar, and I'd gone from managing a really big bar, kind of on my own or with one other bar staff member, to no, please don't. Oh no, she's back on me. Sorry guys. To this tiny bar where, bless her, the landlady didn't want us to overwork, so she'd hire, like 4 members of staff, 2 glass cleaners, and I was like, no, I can do this bar on my own. Can I just have it? Give me a glass collector, yeah, they can stay that side of the bar, sort that. So we had to use behind quite a lot there because you're just constantly banging into each other. Oh my God, I don't feel comfortable at all here.
Just imagine it's got fur.
And do you know what? I feel horrible because that's the other reason I don't like it. It's because it doesn't have fur. I love Matt's cats.
But she's got fake fur. It's a jumper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. So,
But this bar with the glass collector.
but yeah, no, that was it. So we used to use, behind is one that I've used quite a few times there.
I think it's more important, especially in restaurants, in the kitchen. If you're going behind the chef in the kitchen, no, you're going to stop the machine. No! What have you done?
No, it's all right. She hasn't stopped the recording.
It's all right.
It's just
So-
walking all over the laptop.
If you're going in a kitchen
Right,
and you're
won't grab
going
it.
behind the chef and he's got a very hot pan, you say backs or behind
Yeah.
quite loudly. Otherwise, he turns around with a hot pan. And that's it. You are burnt.
Yeah.
And he ain't gonna stop either. So
I think in other bars, backs is used a lot more common than behind.
yeah, because it's quite loud and vocal. Backs.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm right behind you.
Mm.
But we just go behind.
Yeah. And it kind of gets just changed into like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just as long as I'm making a loud noise behind people, then it's fine.
Do you ever train your new staff on bar calls, or
Yeah,
do you just
absolutely.
or do you just let them learn it and pick it up?
No.
Because
Like, see,
otherwise,
I'd let them just learn it, and that would be the test. That would be like the final part of the interview. Just see if you can pick it up within a week of
no,
what.
because he'd end up just like throwing stuff at him and knocking him out.
You guys were the ones saying if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen, basically. So
No, it's yeah, we do train them. More will come along like throughout the course of like their training and stuff. But yeah, mostly it's just quite easy to pick up. Really, the more you use it, the more it sticks. Really.
That's true.
Right, let me give Richard a ring. Richard knows a few.
yeah, but he's very good at bar calls, but he's not very good at answering his phone.
That's true. Let's give him a go.
We can see.
He'll be asleep. Honestly, he'll be asleep.
I had a great night with Richard in a bar on Sunday after we'd been at the Copper Cow.
Yeah,
and I made
he
a
did.
fortune off him just playing darts. He was cocky enough to think he could beat me at darts.
You were just betting on any kind of pub game,
Pretty
weren't you?
much.
Let's see if he answers. He should answer. It's 11 o'clock.
It's also Richard.
Aha.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Not bad. How are you?
Good. You are live
You
on
are-
our podcast.
Please do not say F4B.
So we're discussing bar calls today.
Bar calls.
Yeah. So we've gone through most of the obvious ones.
The
Just
tone
wondering,
changed there as he realised he was on the
you're-
podcast.
You're quite good at bar calls. So what's some of your favourites that you use? And we'll tell you if we've used them or not.
See, there's a lot that aren't used anymore. 500 used to be that someone's cigarette needs lighting.
Ah, we don't use that one. Yeah.
Yeah, well, since the smoking ban, obviously that's cancelled, but it's one of my favourites because obviously no one knew what it meant. So there was someone behind you who just might light up a cigarette, and then the bartender just shout 500, and then instantly you're lighting the cigarette, and it was a really good way to get tipped, to be fair.
Nice.
And looked like a bit of a wizard.
Yeah, well, that looked like a wizard.
Wow.
That is cool, actually.
Yeah.
Richard's old, you see, so he knows all the old ones.
So, but this is that answering your point, really, Todd, where like how long ago were these bar
Yeah,
calls
yeah.
made?
That's it. Yeah. Any more, Richard? Or?
Isn't it kind of, well, old school TGI Fridays, I think.
Yeah.
It's kind of the original.
Old
really
school TGI
obviously
Fridays.
most of them from America.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more the used ones that I prefer. So 50 meaning catch is always good.
Yeah.
Your traditional 700s is always
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've covered those.
85 and 86 is useful.
Yeah.
So if you've got barbacks to be able to shout that you're
That's
nearly
it.
out of something was handy.
It is 85.
It's good confirming some of them as well. Like,
Yeah.
just in case we've got them
Yeah.
wrong. But yeah.
Yeah, we fund the pro just
Yeah.
to prove that we're good at this.
Any more?
Yeah, there was one that was when you were in trouble and the manager wanted to talk to you, but I can't remember what it was because obviously I never ever that one shouted at me.
Oh yeah, well you're good at you brown noser. That's what it is.
And now he is the manager, so he's never in trouble. Oh, wait, no, he is.
Bartender and always happy.
Now he's just in trouble with his waitresses all the time
That's
instead.
it. Yeah.
And any other like obscure ones?
Any obscure?
That's Todd.
Any new ones, Rich?
Well, I'm trying to think.
Have you ever designed your own bar call, Rich?
I don't think I have, to be fair.
Oh, you.
I was saying we use priorities at Circle Lounge.
I suppose priorities account as a bar call, to be fair.
Is-
It is important to stay hydrated when you're working.
Yeah.
Oh, we've already revealed that it's shots, Richard. Don't try and make it sound.
Anything other than that. Now, I do have my original bar manual somewhere. I wish you told me because I can dig it out because I'm sure that's got a lot of bar calls in the back. All
Yeah.
the ones that you're meant to use anyway.
You can bring it in when you come on the pod, Rich.
Yeah, we can kind of circle back round to any that we
I'll
missed.
bring it in so you can have a proper look at it.
Any last one, mate, that you can think of?
Last good bar calls.
Like the 500 one is good because that's cool and that don't get used anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it is a fun, obsolete bar call. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I'll keep thinking. I'll try and get some for the next podcast.
We have just woken you up and
Yeah.
put you on the spot here.
Yeah, well, in my defense, I've been awake for a good 10 minutes now, so...
I said, oh, it's 11 o'clock. It should be up.
Welcome to the life of bar owners and bartenders. Just waking up at 12 o'clock.
I woke up at 7 and fell back asleep again.
Fair enough.
No.
Oh, we're not at 12 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. I apologise, Richard. I'm being cruel there.
Exactly.
11 o'clock. It's like sunrise for you, this.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I've been watching the TV programme about someone who thinks is Indiana Jones.
What?
All right.
I've had a really interesting morning. It's been fantastic. But yeah, I will have a proper think about my bad books because there's definitely lots more. There's lots of customer ones as well.
Like what?
I'm sure 100's awkward customer.
Oh.
Awkward customer, yeah.
We could do a whole podcast on awkward customers, I feel.
Oh yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
next week. That's next week.
Tequila Sunrise Woman. I'll bring that story to the table.
Oh
Right.
god.
Yeah.
So Richard's coming on next week, we've decided.
No,
to talk.
it's not.
No, we're having a break next week.
Oh, of course we are, 'cause it's Stag Do next week. So
Well, no, it's it'll be on. We'll probably record it this time next week, but it's we're getting Nate on if he wakes
Oh,
up
the bar show.
because it's Northern Restaurant and Bar Show next week.
Of course it is. Of course it is. We will get Rich at some point to help us talk about awkward customers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you can think of any more, just give us a text and we'll read them out.
I will do, buddy. All
All
right.
right.
See you in a bit.
Have a good morning. Bye.
Have a good morning.
Just to prove that we really are recording these live, there is no extra editing that goes in, really.
Shove my phone in there.
That was fun. That's probably the closest we'll get to ever getting Rich on the podcast, because
Yeah,
I don't know if we'd ever get him up
probably, yeah.
early enough to get here.
Unless we just take it to him.
Yeah, we
like the other morning when I stopped over at his and you guys just all turned up.
We all just-
I woke up to a knock on the door. I couldn't open the door properly.
yeah. Everyone just turned up at his house.
Will just took Richard a cup of tea
And
upstairs.
I came up there and like, oh, Will's here. Oh, Todd's here. Will, I need your keys. I need to get in.
The funny thing is, it's just a small little like terrace cottage as well. So it's like it could only really have like 2 people in there at most anyway. And also there was like 4 or 5 of us just like trying to wander
Crowded
up.
in.
And
But yeah, I think that probably nicely brings us to a close because we've done. I think we've covered pretty much all the bar calls and then segued off into each one and
Let me have another quick refresh. See if I can,
Oh, yeah.
I can see any.
So we've covered lots there. That if you hear them when you are walking into a bar, you now understand what people are going on about. They might be calling you attractive. They might be wanting to light your cigarette. They might be. That's not a
not
euphemism. Sounded it, didn't it?
yeah.
They might be wanting to throw something at you.
So yeah, we'll have a quick recap. So 50. Start from the
Right.
from
So
the
text me.
lowest.
Yeah. So 50 is catch. Or I'm going to throw something.
Yep. 85.
Is we're about to run out of something.
86.
Is we have run out of something.
Yeah. 100.
Could be an awkward.
Could be
customer.
awkward customer. Yeah.
200.
New customer.
300.
Returning customer.
500.
Light cigarette.
Yeah, that's the obsolete one. Yeah. 600.
Oh no! Oh wait, no. Was that one of the? No, it wasn't good looking customer.
No.
Oh, what was 600? Was that the need a break?
That's it.
Yeah.
Need a break.
601.
Need a wee.
602.
Need a poo.
698.
Is when the customer
Alright,
walks
it's
in.
alright.
Oh, it's all right, but not amazing.
Yep. 699.
Is we're getting there.
700.
Is Keira Knightley's just walked in, and I'm in love with her.
Really?
Oh, Keira Knightley's just the love of my life.
Really?
Yeah, I've been in love with her since I was about 8 years old. I have really. Pirates of the Caribbean. Bend it like Beckham.
Bend it like Beckham.
There was one, I can't remember which one it was, but it was somewhere around the 700 mark, which is like good legs. Like they've got good legs.
711.
Possibly.
Legs 11.
Possibly. And then 740 as well, which I just remembered is a good 40-year-old.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, so 740.
So not only were we sort of these guys were ageist as well. Well, no, I suppose we're not ageist.
So,
Fit MILF.
yeah, older, attractive. 747.
I'm not saying it.
Is that an attractive,
bigger
person?
Yeah.
Oh no, this podcast has gone downhill this week.
Wasn't there like some like even worse ones where it's like
Shoes and things like that.
yeah, shoes and
I wasn't going to bring that one up, but
Yeah,
yeah.
well, Shoes has got on here. I'm on a Reddit, and Shoes gets used in Scotland quite a lot.
is that what? Go on, what does it say there? If I'm thinking, is that for?
But Shoes to mean an attractive woman, it says on here.
Oh, you see, I don't know if I should say this. I was told it was to make people look at the shoes because it enhances things.
Oh,
Ah, right.
Is
yeah,
what
to
I was
look-
very first told by a guy
yes.
in Liverpool.
Possibly.
So if you say, oh, check your shoes or something.
Yeah, and shoes for big boobs. There we go.
Yeah, so they look down
Good
and it
shout.
makes chests come
Oh,
out.
Yeah.
right.
It's such a misogynist game. Oh god, it's awful.
Chairs wasn't chairs or something like that.
Oh, I don't know
like,
chairs. I
meant
feel
to be
like we're going to get closed down.
bum or
There's
something.
going to
What's
be
that?
petitions to close down this podcast.
Like chair for like bum or something like
I have
that.
no idea.
Oh, I don't know.
But that might just be word association. I don't know.
Oh god, I feel we need to start wrapping up very
Yeah.
soon.
Well, I mean, it's a sordid affair. Is
Shoes,
bar work.
I forgot about shoes.
But
Yeah. So, Matt, where can we find you if we want to find you?
This week, smash me up. So where am I? So this week I am at the restaurant all week, apart from Friday when I'm down at Circle Lounge. And then we're stag doing it up in Budapest for 2 nights. 2 nights. 2 nights.
Just two.
Monday, Tuesday.
You're going to be vlogging while you're on.
Nah, probably not. What happens in Budapest stays in Budapest.
That's it, yeah.
Isn't it? So
Oh,
take a few
I was looking forward
photos,
to the
maybe.
stripper show on the vlog.
Yeah.
In the limo.
In the 15-person
I
limo.
wasn't even bothered about the show. It was just the awkward 10 minutes at the end as well. I was looking forward to.
Yeah.
Or the awkward 5 minutes at the start where she sat next to you and then kind of goes, shall I start?
Which one of you? There's 13 of you.
I said she there. It could have been a he. It could have been.
Could have been a
a
he.
Chippendale.
I think it would have been funnier if it was a he.
It'd have been
Because
hilarious.
we're all guys, yeah.
Would have been hilarious. Also, have you got any social media that you want to press? You don't have to.
Let's have a look. So we've got our weekly deals, like midweek deals at the restaurant. So we've got like tonight, for example, is are we saying what day it is? Today?
Yeah.
So Thursdays are burger days. So burger night. So you get a burger and have a drink for a tenner. So that's a nice,
That's
good,
ace.
good deal.
Can't argue with that.
So that's tonight. And then just kind of follow us on Facebook, Instagram, all that lot. Keep up to date. We've just been to the Yorkshire Fine Food Show and tried some more exciting products and stuff. So we'll probably end up having a few
Awesome.
changes on the menu coming up.
I was wondering what that was on your Instagram story.
Yeah, it's like a tame version of the NRB. Is to put it nicely. More food orientated than drinks.
Yeah.
So that's always good to check out. Apart from that, I think that's it really for the week.
Todd, where can we find you?
The main place to find me is Todd Wilson Music on Facebook or Todd.Wilson on Instagram. Got loads of gigs coming up through March. And the best place to find them all is on Todd Wilson Music. They'll all be advertised on there. There's no point me saying them all on here because you'll just forget. So find me on there, give me a little like and a follow. Helps me out massively with my career, so please do. Will, what about you?
You can find me on most Circle Lounge things. Apart from I'm not normally in any photos anymore, which is strange. But I'm normally in either videos or on the podcast. So Circle Lounge on Facebook, Circle Lounge HX1 on Twitter, Circle Lounge on Instagram, Circle Lounge on YouTube. Circle Lounge on SoundCloud, which is probably where you listen to this, but you can also find it on the videos on YouTube. So if you maybe just sat down as well, you wanna watch us all talk for some reason.
Three tired blokes that look rough.
Yeah, I don't really understand it myself, but I do it as well, where I watch people on the podcast. So there's something
I
about
listen
it.
to TalkSport all the time, and then this morning on Twitter there was a video of Alan Brazil, who I listened to in the morning at Cheltenham, doing the exact same show, just sat in the thing. Or they quite often put videos up of the late night show. And I love watching it because I'm like, I didn't imagine them sitting like that while they were saying that last night. And I heard it, and then I'm watching it, and I'm going, that's really weird. And because I obviously used to work in that little tiny studio at Phoenix, and they've got this huge studio, and I'm like, oh wow, look at that. And
It's
so I do get it. Because
Yeah.
people might be thinking we're in it's really super professional recording studio because our recordings are so good now.
Oh yes.
But actually, we're just in a little. I like the fairy lights.
Just need some foam pads, don't we?
We do, yeah. I should be getting some soon, and it'll be proper soundproofing. But
Boxes.
yeah, the only other thing is that I've just put up a vlog as well of our time at the Four Sisters last week. So if you haven't seen, check that out.
The Four Sisters one.
The Four Sisters Distillery and Seven Brothers Brewery trip, that were good. This week we should have up the
Scotland one.
the Scotland. Well, not the Scotland vlog will be up next week, but the the cocktails in the car with the Macallan.
That's what we've all been waiting for, the Macallan.
That the Macallan old
Macallan
fashions. That should be up this week as well.
Awesome.
And then we need to get doing some stuff for Easter and loads of time. We've got loads of time.
Just keep following, guys, because they're really uptight on their social medias. All sorts of fun little things go on there. Little sneaky videos. I know that Quizmaster Nate's got a Friends quiz coming up soon.
Oh, it does, yeah. We've
At
got
Circle Lounge.
Yeah, a Friends quiz on the 29th of March because it's a week after the Friends musical comes to the Victoria Theatre, so I thought it'd tie it in really well.
That's right.
That's brilliant. Genius marketing.
It's Mother's Day on the 22nd, so book your table for a nice Mother's Day lunch at the restaurant.
I'll be there at that Friends quiz.
Yeah?
Testing my knowledge. I love a bit of Friends, me.
Oh, you better book a table. It's going fast.
But I also said I loved a bit of Harry Potter and then got absolutely floor wiped by Paddy McGorlick. So
Oh, yeah.
Paddy is Harry Potter.
yeah. Okay, on that leaves us to say
I think that's everything, yeah.
goodbye.
Goodbye, guys.
Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
Not bad.